Yes, guys, welcome to the Gianni Batici YouTube show. We are live discussing and reacting to the Saka price news. That's right, Saka comes in at 10.0. We have been waiting for this because we knew that Palmer was 10.5 and we've been waiting to see what will Saka come in at and how close to Palmer will he be. Well, the answer is he has come in cheaper than Cole Palmer and actually Martin Odegaard as well, who we shouldn't forget is a very good pick in his own right, comes in at the same price as Bruno Fernandes, 8.5. Boy, do we have a decision to make. And look, guys, when we think about these players, we've got to think about the early fixtures. So we'll get to that in just a second. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Hello to John and Kev and Maliki. Shout out all you guys. I know, like me, you'll be as excited about the Saka price drop. I mean, there is a poll going on at the moment. Do vote in the poll. If you can only have one, and it feels like this is going to be a bit of a shootout between Saka and Palmer. Look, Foden will be added into the mix of midfielders and De Bruyne around that 10 million price point. So if you can only have one, Saka or Foden, who are you picking? Sorry, Saka or Palmer? At the moment, it's completely split pot. It's a 50-50 call. But shall we have a little look at those early season fixtures? Because boy, do they matter. Hello to everyone, by the way. Do come in and say hi. I subbed you in the Euros, and this is my first time playing FPL. Boy, do I have some tips for you. Follow me in pre-season. I'm going to have shows most days. Hello to Nixie and Luke as well. Raya at 5.5 could be cheaper than the Arsenal defenders. It's worth noting the Arsenal centre-backs, Gabriel, Saliba and Ben White are all, I think, going to be 6 million or even more. So Raya could be a cheap route there. Hello, Stefan and Marco's in the house. Spurs fan, I know. Leo's with us. Notification just went out. I know, CH, because I wasn't planning on going live. I've just seen FPL tweet Saka and gone, oh my God, I've got to react to this because I think the Saka news is big. So let's react to the Saka news. And to do that, let's have a look at their early season fixtures as well. I'm just going to make a quick note. Guys, bear with me just 1 second. And I can have a look at... I'm just putting in some info so I can show you the fixtures. Because I want to show you those 6 fixtures because Arsenal, guys, they're right at the bottom of the ticker. Like, there's no denying that. It's disappointing because we all want Arsenal assets. Now, there is an argument to say they are fixture proof. They'll score goals against anyone. They'll probably keep clean sheets against anyone. We saw them keep clean sheets to Man City last season. But at the moment, we're drawn to the fixture ticker because that's all we can go off. We don't have form on our side. So when we look at the ticker, and that this is the big 8 teams at the top and then a few selected others, Arsenal there are down at the bottom for the big 8. So from the big 8 teams, Arsenal have the weakest first 5 fixtures. But look, they score goals in these fixtures, right? They score against Wolves and Brighton at home, and then away trips to Villa, Spurs and City are tough. And that is what I think will turn many away from Bukayo Saka. But they are a top attack, and we'll talk about some of their attacking stats in a minute from last season. We're still waiting for a couple of team reveals. And by the way, guys, Calafiori could come in as a cheaper Arsenal defender if and when he signs. But we have to note, Saka is 10 million and Palmer is 10.5. Odegaard is 8.5 and Bruno is 8.5. Where do we sit on those players? Well, given the fixtures, I look at Chelsea, for example, Cole Palmer, who is a much better run of 5 games, I think, especially if you take out the first one. It's a big decision. We will have to wait. Yeah, it's good to see CH. She's right. Everyone, please do hit that like button, guys, as CH says. Thank you, team. And also, please do consider hitting the subscriber button if you're new around here as well. So, where are we? Where are we? I like Odegaard, says Freddie. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I think Odegaard's a great pick. I think sometimes we forget a little bit, don't we? Like how good Odegaard was last season and the season before that. Like, let's just compare some midfielders, shall we? So let me get a comparison of the best midfielders from last season, because this is cool to see. I'm doing this on the fly. I'm doing this on the fly and bringing up graphics as we go. Become so confident with computers nowadays. I was very scared to do YouTube streaming because of the tech for a very long time. But now I think I'm fairly confident with StreamYard, which is my platform of choice. So let me bring it up. Hang on a second. Gotcha. Oh no. My downloads. It's annoying. To bring up a graphic, I have to convert it into a PDF every time. So, oh great. I've got some stuff I want to show you, but it's not a PDF, it's a PNG. Make it a PDF. So, no worries, Robin. Thanks for hitting the like button. So look, these are the midfielders from last season. Saka topped out at 226 points. He was just behind Phil Foden. Look at the prices, guys. Palmer ended the season on 6.3, Foden on 8.5, Saka on 8.8, Son at 10. Right, we still don't have some of these player prices, but we do most of them. Now, Saka was really close to Palmer and Foden in terms of points, but came in at 0.5 less. So Odegaard at 8.5 and Saka at 10. How many points were between them? 30 odd. Yeah. 35-ish. So it's probably fair. I think Odegaard feels a little cheap. And Bruno Fernandes, by the way, let's just compare him right down there below Havertz at 166. He's kept his price at 8.5. Interesting. Do get voting in the poll, team. And thank you for joining me this Monday afternoon. I didn't plan on going live. Yes, Adam, there are still some team reveals left. From my knowledge, guys, let me know in the chat. We started the day needing 8 team reveals. Now, I make it that we've had... How many have we had? Shall we have a look? I think we've had a good 5, have we? So we've had Arsenal. We've had Newcastle today. We've had United. We've had Southampton. We've had Fulham. So you've had 5, maybe 6. So I think we're going to get all 8 done today. Should we speak a little bit about some of these other options then very quickly? At Fulham, I think Meniz is a nice option, but there are 5.5 options elsewhere up front. João Pedro and Adam Armstrong. And I wonder if those two are going to be more popular. Adam Armstrong here is mentioned. Yeah, Southampton, Fulham. Yeah, we've had a few, haven't we, today? Timber's definitely one. Yes, Marco, definitely FPL release tomorrow, I think. So look, where do we think of the Southampton assets? Bednarek comes in at 4 million. We already know Bayliss is a 4 million option. So there's a couple of 4 million option defenders there. We also know at Leicester, they've got a 4 million starter. So yeah, I think, guys, it's very, there's lots of 4 million options. Southampton could be the team we go to for our third sub. Man United, we had Rashford, we have Garnacho, we have Haaland. But Lisandro Martinez, for me, is probably the most tempting of the bunch, 4.5, but they do face a ton of shots. This was the most exciting one of the day, other than Arsenal, and that is Isak. Do we prefer Isak or do we prefer Gordon? Do we go both? Remember, Gordon 7.5, Isak 8.5. Decision to make there. Definite decision to make there. I wonder, given the fixtures, if we actually look at both. What do you think, guys? Do we look at both Newcastle attackers? Because look, let's just bring it up. The fixture ticker, when we look at Newcastle's fixtures, better than all the other big 8 other than Liverpool. And it's really nice. It's Southampton, Bournemouth, Wolves. Good fixtures. Spurs and Fulham in there too. But 3 of the first 5 are at... No, 2 of the first 5 are at home. 2 of the first 5 are at home. Could it go live this evening? I don't think it will, but in theory, yes. But I think they've teased that they're going to do Tuesday price reveals on the app at 4 o'clock. Yeah, Dan's joining, makes Southampton slightly better. Armstrong is a good option. You're right there. Yeah, 3.52. And your first sub is Armstrong, 5.5 forward. Plays every minute, takes pens. You could say the same for João Pedro, though, couldn't you, of course? So which one do we prefer of those two? João Pedro, playing for a probably steadier Brighton team, or Armstrong, who's probably favourites to get relegated again? I don't know. João Pedro is an interesting one for me. But maybe Armstrong has to be because he scored so many goals last season. Who knows? Lissandro will take with it. No, Lissandro's first choice absolutely will play every minute when fit. Played in the Copa America final last night, won it for Argentina. We need more FPL cash. You can't have it. I like the fact they've made the game a little bit trickier. Guys, there's 150 of you watching. Please do hit those buttons. If you fancy subscribing, that would be amazing. I'm actually on a weird subscriber number right now, and I don't like it. It's 17,777. It's 4 sevens in a row, 7777. Let's get rid of that, shall we? So please hit the button to get rid of that for me. Let's get a 7-8, can we? Can one person hit the button? Right. Oh, thanks, just liked. Yeah, people forget to like all the time. Right. Saka then. Initial reaction. Guys, can we describe Saka's 10 million price with one word? How do you summarize Saka's price? I'm going to start us off with, I'm going to summarize this as, I think, fair. I would say fair, because when we look at the top point scorers in midfield last season, Palmer, Foden, Saka, only Saka third. Yeah, get those sevens out. Expected, says Freddie. Yeah. Perfect, says David. No one said overpriced yet. There was some that perhaps thought he was going to come in at 9.5. Personally, I was expecting 10 or 10.5. I thought he could even match Palmer. And I know Palmer got 20 more points last season, but don't forget, Palmer scored 11 pens. He's not going to get 11 pens this season, is he? Unlikely. Also, don't forget, Saka's been there and done it for a fair few years now in FPL. He's been pretty damn consistent. What we see is what we get. Palmer, I think Palmer's a great player. I actually prefer him to Saka, but it's only been one season of data to back it up. What price was Saka last season? Well, we ended the season at 8.8. I think he started at 8.5, same as Odegaard, same as Martinelli. I think they all started the same. Thanks, Luke. Very interesting. Yeah, sound. How else are we describing that Saka price, guys? Do we like the Saka price? Are we tempted to own Saka? In the poll, 56% of you are saying you would go Palmer over Saka given the choice. Now, remember, Palmer does require an extra 0.5 million. I think this probably means Saka isn't in that many drafts. And I wonder if, because Saka is 10, because Odegaard is 8.5, that this actually makes Kai Havertz really popular. Because Kai Havertz comes in at 8 million. Does this mean Saka is less popular because Havertz in his own team, also contributing to that attack, will pick up more buyers? Well, possibly. But who's the better asset? Forget about price for a second. Saka or Havertz? It's no contest. Does depend on the Arsenal fixtures. And as we can see, they are tough. It's a tough run. How many goals do Arsenal score in these first 5 games? Come on, let's have a look. Right. Predictions. It's too early to say for preseason form, but let's say they score 2 goals against Wolves at home, 1 against Aston Villa away, 2 against Brighton at home. I'm being generous. 5, 1 against Tottenham away, and none against Man City. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 goals in 5 games. We're not talking about a high-scoring team. Honestly, it could be 6 goals in 5 games for Arsenal. Game week 1 to 5. If it is 6 goals in 5 games for Arsenal game week 1 to 5, then we don't really want Saka in our team. Now, Chelsea, they play Man City. Let's assume they score none. Let's say they score 1 against Wolves, 2 against Palace, 2 against Bournemouth, 1 against West Ham away. That also would be 6 goals in 5 games for Chelsea with better fixtures. But remember, this is an attack we don't know as much about. And a very dysfunctional attack, I might add, last season, Chelsea. It's really tough to predict, isn't it? Could KDB come in at 10 million as well? Yes, he could. Absolutely could. And Foden could also come in the same. Now, given the prices from last year, I think Foden also probably comes in. I think he comes in at 10.5. I know he only outperformed Saka by 4 points. But because what they've done to Haaland's price, I wonder if they have to make Foden quite expensive, because it's going to be loads of people going, oh, I'll just have Foden instead as a route to the City attack. But let's give us a question. Let's give us a question to answer. And that is a big question if Foden's 10.5. If Foden's 10, I feel it could be in everyone's team. If he's at 10.5, we've got a decision to make. Son, I think, comes in at 10. Same as last season. Or he was end of the year last season on 10. Same as last season, I think, guys. But what do you all think Son comes in at? Let me know in the chat. Palmer is 10.5, guys. Palmer is 10.5. Saka's 8.5. Palmer is 10.5. So that's where I guess I'm at between the two. It's a really tough price point, 10 million, because there's so many good mids even at 6.5, but definitely it's at 7.5, 8.5. Like Bruno is a great, reliable performer at 8.5 million. Odegaard at 8.5 million. I really like Odegaard at 8.5 million. So look, we've got decisions to make. Of course we have. I think I'm with Maliki. I think Son at 10. And when we look at those Spurs fixtures, they're nice in the first 2 weeks. So maybe some consider Son. But then look, Newcastle, and could you start the season with Son and then jump to Palmer game week 3? Yeah. Could you start the season with Son and jump to an Arsenal mid? Probably not, because they're about to play Tottenham and Man City. 2 of the hardest trips in the Premier League. No, sorry, 3 of the hardest trips in the Premier League are going to Villa Park, go into Spurs, and go into Man City. And that's what Saka has to do in the first 5 game weeks. He's got 3 of the toughest fixtures. That puts me off Saka a little bit. It really does. Does it put you off Saka? Do you think you'll own Saka in game week 1? Let's change the poll up for a second, because at the moment we've polled Saka or Palmer, and 56% of you think Palmer. But what about simply, do you think Saka will be in your game week 1 team? I think this is going to be fairly low. I think this could be fairly low. Get voting, guys. Yes or no, will he be in your game week 1 team? As you're voting, it's lovely to see we have... 201 of you watching. Get in. Come on, guys. Thank you for joining me. I didn't advertise the stream, which didn't help for views. I just decided to come on and chat with you because I wanted to discuss the Saka thing. And my way of discussing stuff is, I could write a tweet, but I was thinking, no, let's just jump on and talk to the chat. So thank you for joining me. And if you are joining for the first time and wondering why you can't write in the chat, it's because you're not subscribed. So you've got to be subscribed to be able to put a comment in the chat. So please do make the decision today if you want to put something in the chat. Then subscribe first, chat, like, vote in the poll. That'd be wicked. So where are we at? Foden will be 0.5 more, says Pogo, than KDB, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe, because again, when we look at last year, but don't forget KDB was injured loads. Maybe Martinelli is a cheaper option. Absolutely off core. He'll be way cheaper. If Odegaard's 8.5, Martinelli could even be 8. Palmer to Saka transfer for game week 6 is the move, I think. Odegaard, honestly, I think that's cheap. I think actually Odegaard at 8.5 will probably mean Martinelli at 8, won't it? How do you spell Odegaard? Is it 2 A's? I can't read that. Yeah, it is 2 A's. Odegaard. I think Martinelli at 8, when he's playing well, is an interesting alternative to Saka. Because when they're both playing well, Saka and Martinelli, there's very little to split them. At times, I often think Martinelli's the better option. I know Saka comes with penalties and X-mins. But when we look at points from last season, Odegaard 186. Martinelli's not even on this list. Martinelli had a bad season. Martinelli's going to be 8 million. He could even be 7.5. He'll give us an interesting decision to make. Man United players, some are excited about. Yeah, I mean, look, let's go through some of those other reveals today then. So we've also seen Isak. Isak's going to be in a ton of drafts. Mine probably too, if I'm honest. I'm struggling to not go down the Isak and Gordon route because I just think the Newcastle fixtures are so good. So at 8.5, Isak in, but Gordon is 7.5. Worth noting, we could get a Newcastle starting defender for 4.5. Now, loads are banging on about Dan Burn. I don't think he'll start because they've signed Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth, and Kelly is a left-sided centre-back or left-back, and I think Kelly's been brought in to play left-back. So Kelly could be the guy, and I think Kelly will be 4.5 million. So Newcastle's fixtures for clean sheets are really, really good. Newcastle have shown us to be under Eddie Howe one of the best defences in the league. I want a Newcastle defender at 4.5. I think Cher's been overpriced at 5.5. He's very good. I expected him to be 5 million. So Newcastle reveal, yeah, it's a bit heavy, but we're fine. Yeah, exactly. No, Burn won't play right back. No. Burn will just be on the bench. Trippier will play right back, who's 6 million. Man United, they've come in cheap, but boy, do they face a lot of shots, and that's why their defenders are cheap. Lisandro Martinez could, of course, be an option. Don't know. Southampton, Adam Armstrong at 5.5 could see ourselves as our first option on the bench. Our 8th attacker. We've got the decision to make, I think, between Adam Armstrong, Meniz at Fulham is 6, and João Pedro is 5.5. Bednarek, by the way, is a 4 million defender who will be starting, but there's a couple of 4 million starters at Leicester and at Southampton. No doubt we're all going to want a 4 million defender third on the bench. Outside of Forest, we've got to speak about Fulham. I just mentioned Meniz. The 4.5 defender options are great, and someone like Robinson gives us rotation. We've also had Nottingham Forest price reveals today, and they show us Morgan Gibbs-White at 6.5. Perhaps another option there. Yeah, Bednarek does look reasonable. Garnacho is one I look at. Good price. Yeah, maybe Garnacho. I guess I hadn't really thought about Garnacho too much. Like, we know he's getting the game time. Look at the end of last season. 6.5 million. Garnacho is, of course, an option. Some are looking like they're going to like Powell, Gordon over Isak. There's, of course, options. And easy to forget about Trippier. He is 6 million, and Trippier on his game is a very good fantasy asset. We've seen that at times last season, haven't we? We like Kieran Trippier. He's on set pieces. He does a lot of good work, and he keeps clean sheets. And we have to remember that the fixtures are absolutely there for Trippier. Fixtures are there for Trippier. Southampton at home. Is that a clean sheet game? I think it is. Bournemouth away? Maybe. Tottenham at home? Maybe. Wolves away? Maybe. Fulham away? Also maybe. They've got a very good chance in those maybe games of keeping a clean sheet or two. Plus game week 1. I think they could keep 3 clean sheets in the first 5 fixtures. Now that's decent. Zerkey will definitely affect Haaland minutes. Let's watch this space. It could be, don't even know who's going to be first choice, by the way. Don't assume that Haaland's first choice. He didn't have a great season, did he? Let's be honest. He didn't have a great Euros either, by the way. In fact, he had a poor Euros for Denmark, missing that big chance in their final game against Germany. How many teams left to be revealed? I think we have had 5 or 6 today. So I think we've only got 2 more. We've got Man City to come, haven't we? Let's look down this list. I mean, we've had Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United, Villa, Chelsea, Man City. Yeah, we've just started Man City from that list. We've had Fulham, we've had Palace. I don't think we've had Everton. Maybe we have. And Bournemouth. So, when live, Gianni, I would like to see a template with all goalkeepers and defence being 4.5 and under. If you could, I could definitely do that for you, mate. A really top-heavy team. Well, we'll need to if we're going Haaland, won't we? God, my Euro fantasy, Johnny, I haven't even looked at my rank. I genuinely haven't. I looked at my fan team rank and it was 5,000. And that's because there was money in it and I didn't win any money. Is this the only poll that I can answer 100%? It's the only poll I can answer. I'm not sure what that is. Palmer more than Saka is wild. Do you guys think it is? Guys, should we do another poll? Any suggestions for polls? Get them in the chat. At the moment, will Saka be in game week 1 team? 71% of you say no, he won't. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. Interesting there. Is Haaland a must-have? No. Formations, I think it's going to be 3-5-2 with a 5.5 attacker on the bench for those that go no Haaland. For those that go Haaland, the 5.5 attacker will be in their 11. So it'll probably be a 4.5 fodder on the bench. And therefore, I think it'll be, for those that go Haaland, 3-4-3. Saka versus Havertz, or even Martinelli or even Odegaard. This makes Havertz popular, guys. Saka at 10 million. Odegaard's a lot cheaper. Goalie rotation poll. What a great shout. Guys, 4.5 million keepers. There's a fair few, including Areola at West Ham. I think we could get a Crystal Palace goalkeeper at 4.5. And if we do, that'll be in my team. Because Palace are going to keep clean sheets. Nick Pope, I think, will come in at 5 million. I would love Pope or Martinez, but they're 5 million. So, do we go... Do we go with 2 times 4.5 rotating or 1 times 5 plus? And fodder. Great poll. I think you're going to go rotating, aren't you? You're going to go rotating, probably like me. Trossard is, of course, an option. And Gabriel Jesus is also an option playing wide left instead of Martinelli too. I am on it, Dave. Yeah, I am on it. I've just had Chasing Green Arrows, haven't I? And now I'm on it again with you guys. I tell you what, if you want to show your support for me, though, and there are, you probably go, he says it a lot, but there are, I see the numbers, right? I see the numbers, and around 50% of those watching live aren't actually subscribed. You think they are. You think everyone's subscribed. So I know there's over 100 of you watching right now that haven't hit that subscribe button. So it's worth me encouraging you to do so. It costs nothing. And it helps the algorithm. It helps more people see the channel. So if you do fancy hitting that subscribe button, it just helps me out. I don't get paid for doing this. I'll probably make £1 on adverts from this show, like honestly. So if you fancy showing your support, the subscribers help me because they help me in future get sponsorships and stuff, right? And at the moment, you'll notice don't have sponsors. I have Fantasy Football Scout who sponsor the channel. And guys, if you want to check Scout out, there is a 40% discount code running, which isn't going to run very longer. They're actually going to get it off today. And they said they're only going to keep it in hope that football's coming home for England. So if you want to subscribe or check out the members area, there's a link in my description. Just click on that. It's really good. This ticker that I've been showing you is from the Fantasy Football Scout in terms of difficulty rating. And I like their difficulty rating because you can go attack difficulty rating or defense difficulty rating or just general. So this is organized by general. But if you want to just buy a forward, you filter it by attack. Or if you want to just buy defense, go difficulty rating only for defenders. It's really useful to be able to do that. That's one of my go-to things in the members area. But obviously there's a ton more. So voting in terms of goalkeepers, yeah, it's split, but edged towards 4.5 million options. And I think that's the right call because I think we're going to get 2 good 4.5 options. Like we already have Leno, and we already have Areola, but I think we might get a Palace keeper. Now, Palace are going to keep clean sheets. They're one of the best defenses from last season. So keep voting in the poll. Let us know what you're looking to do. Obviously, at 5 million, you can go Emi Martinez. You can go Pickford. There are good 5 million options too. Yeah. But can you get an Aston Villa defender at 4.5? Yes, you can. Konza. So do you need Emi Martinez or can you cover that back line with Konza? Do you need Pickford or can you cover the defence with a Tarkowski or a Branthwaite who might come in at 4.5? Is Leno 5? No, I think he's 4.5, Nixie. You might want to check that. The Scout app will be out very soon, definitely before pre-season, from what I've been told. I don't know, Julian. With all these high prices, of course, you can consider going without premiums. But I'd argue there's also a lot of good value prices. So look, sure, go without one of them. But I think you do a no Haaland draft, and it looks really good. That's where I might be heading, guys. Not gonna lie, that's where I might be heading. I haven't put together a draft. I don't want to until I see everything. Guys, there is one big, maybe one big announcement still to come. At the bottom of the screen, strategies that will make the season like no other. What are they going on about? Is there going to be new chips? Is there going to be a new scoring metric? Whatever there's going to be, we're probably going to hear about it later. And when we hear about that later, well, tomorrow or this afternoon, it might affect the way we pick our players. So I'm not putting together a draft until probably 12 hours after the game because I'm going to need that time. And I don't want to show you guys a video that's like not actually my team. So when the game comes out, within 24 hours of the game coming out, I'll post a video of my first draft. But until that point, I can't do it because it won't be genuine. When we hear about it later, Janny will go live. Look, if we hear any big news and I'm available, which I plan to be, don't have many plans today, tomorrow, then I will hope to go live, absolutely, because I want to be able to react to big news. And that's why I've jumped on right here, right now. This wasn't planned. This was reacting to Saka. I saw Saka as big news. Now, going by audience figures, maybe it isn't quite so big. But if we hear about a rule change, of course, it will be massive. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Can we do a Haaland versus Salah poll? Absolutely, Leo. Your wish is my command. At the moment, 58% of you said you would go for rotating goalkeepers, 2 4.5s. You can only pick one for game week 1 onwards. Salah or Haaland. Haaland's 15.0. Salah's 12.5. Guys, you know the drill. Get voting. Hey, Sammy. Hope you're good. Sammy is one of my channel members in the house, one of our ultras. We chat a lot on WhatsApp. Loads of my channel members, like Maliki from the WhatsApp group, are also in. Who else is in from the WhatsApp group? I'm sure I saw John earlier. I saw Kev earlier. Loads of my channel members. So if you want to be a channel member, then you absolutely can. You've just got to click the word join, I think it is, below this video. And if you click the word join, then you get like options. You can be a squad member or an ultras member. Ultras members get loads of benefits, including videos and voice notes from me most days, every day if they want it. Polls, the lot. So the WhatsApp group is kicking off. We've also got in the WhatsApp group a couple of other YouTubers like FPL Chai. We've got Ali Hangarov, who won FPL last year. He's been really into the Euros game. So yeah, check that out if you fancy being a member. Click the word join below this video. If you're mobile, I don't know if you can do it. Don't know. Maybe CH can let me know. Salah is 2.5 cheaper, more points to goals, more clean sheet points, if the same scoring system. Yes, but look at Haaland for captaincy. We love going Haaland captaincy. And if we go without Haaland, we need more than just Salah for captaincy options. And I think Palmer gives us that. I think Saka gives us that. Bruno could at times. Watkins does. Isak does. Yeah. There's options for captaincy. And look, let's look at this matrix. When we see Man City, the world and their dog, if they own him, will be captain Haaland game week 2 and game week 4. And maybe game week 3. But in those game weeks, Mo Salah plays Brentford, Man United away, and Forest at home. They're good fixtures for Salah, all of them. Yeah, maybe Haaland is a must-have for that Ipswich fixture, but you got to compromise, haven't you? And 30% of you are at the moment saying you're not actually going to go. You're not going to go Haaland. So only 30% of you are going to go Haaland, sorry. Only 30% are looking to go Haaland. That's interesting. Yeah. Hey, how are we doing for button hitting? How do I see the likes? No. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can get us to 100 likes. Maybe we can get us to an extra couple of subs. If you fancy subscribing, then do, please. Shall I tell you what I've got planned pre-season, by the way? I am planning on doing quite an ambitious, definitely Monday to Friday, video a day. What is the best upload time for a video? I've got no idea because I'm not an experienced YouTuber. I've always done content for other people. This channel is only a year old. So my plan is to do a video a day. Maybe at weekends, I just do one of the days, maybe Sunday. But yeah, between now and the start of the season, a video a day. Sounds fun. Sounds fun. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, you will see a video every day between now and the start of the season. I might take the occasional Saturday or Sunday off, but let's see. Let's see. I plan to do a video a day, and I've planned loads of different stuff, like looking at the best attacks from last year, the best defenses, the best individuals, the best budget defenders, the best attacking defense. You get the drill. The best fixture swings, the best combination pairs. I've got everything mapped out and planned. I haven't done all the research yet, and I'll be diving into the Scout member area to do that. But yeah, loads planned for you guys. So this isn't just going to be, I probably won't do many lives. This is going to be full of rich content, right? I hope you find it as rich content. If you do, then you'll, I guess, be liking and subscribing. If you don't, then there's plenty of other very good YouTubers out there doing FPL content as well. Of course there are. So 70% of you are going Salah. 30% of you are going Haaland. Oh, do you know what we should do? Let's do another poll, which is anyone looking to do both? Salah and Haaland own both, own none, or Own one. The balanced squad is, of course, own one. But some will squeeze them both in, and I don't hate it. Some will go without both, and I'll probably dislike that, if I'm honest. Probably do dislike that. Upload time is less important than going live time. Interesting. So maybe around midday uploads. Guys, I actually want to do a video for tonight. So keep your eyes tuned. I want to rank all the midfielders. So this evening, I'll probably upload a video ranking the midfielders that we've seen so far. I don't think we saw Saka coming in cheaper. Let's just go back to Saka for a sec. I don't think we saw him coming in cheaper, but he is. Thanks, CH. Yeah, you're bang on there. Maybe we plan for noon. Although I'd like to do one tonight. Guys, I'm starving. It's 3:30. That's why I've not had lunch. Not had lunch. Any other price reveals in the Premier League, guys? I kind of want to hang on for another price reveal. When are we going to get another price reveal? Because Arsenal's dropped at a really weird time. It was like 2:30. Are they doing it on the half an hour, or are Arsenal late? That's the thing, we're relying on these media teams to do it. Oh, no way. Come on, like and subscribe, and Gianni will definitely do 5 days a week. Yeah. No, I'll do 7, Sammy. Sammy, I'll do 7. I'm planning, I'd like to do 7. The only reason I'm not doing the 7th is purely based on I'm not sure people watch on a Saturday. I think, yeah. Oh, Danish says Foden should be 10. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, thanks for continuing to be a member. So Sammy's been in the WhatsApp group for 6 months. So that's awesome. And if you want to join Sammy in that WhatsApp group, you just got to click join. And I'll add you in. It's popping off. This pre-season is going to be wicked. Guys, we're going to recap with Saka. Only 30% of you said you'll own him. Only 30% of you said you were going to own Saka. I find that quite... I'm quite shocked by that. I thought the Saka news was going to be massive. That's why I'm streaming. I've only reacted to 2 player prices, Haaland and Salah, in terms of I've got to jump on and stream. I thought Salah and Haaland. I thought Saka was another one of them. I thought we were all going to be going really crazy for him, but clearly not, because or maybe it's just because it's day 4 of price reveals and we're feeling a little bit flat. Have the Premier League longed it out a little bit for you? I don't know. If the game launches tomorrow, maybe not. If the game launches Wednesday, we're going to be like, oh my God, it's been 6 days of price reveals until the game's released. My feeling is that we could see it tomorrow. I don't think we're going to see the game tonight. I'd be surprised. I think I'd be surprised. Although, look, of course, we're really close. I think we're only waiting on 2 teams now. 2 teams to release. Arsenal's fixtures aren't great, and it is worth noting those fixtures. I have got a ticker of what I call the big 8. Ignore the bottom 4 teams. I just selected other teams I like for good fixture runs. But Arsenal from the big 8 are bottom of the ticker. Yeah, they are. There we go. Guys, let's wait till 1:30 and see if we get another reaction. I'd love to be able to bring you Man City team news. I'd absolutely love you to bring you not team news. You know what I mean? I'd love to bring you Man City because Phil Foden's price now is really, really key. Does Foden come in the same as Saka or the same as Palmer? And I think that matters, that 0.5. I think Foden comes in at 10.5. We've got Everton and City left. Yeah, absolutely. I think Foden comes in higher. And the same. Let's see. Yeah. Foden's price. No. Yeah, we'll do it, CH, but we've got to have 10.5 as an option because I think he's going to be 10.5. I think he's going to be the same as Palmer. Okay, so at the moment, guys, owning one of Salah or Haaland's definitely what you're doing. Only 15% of you are going to own neither. And some, a quarter of you, are going to look to maybe try and own both. So look, let's do another poll then of the Foden price point. And look, we might get this in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. Will he be 9? Will he be 9.5? Will he be 10? Or will he be 10.5? Guys, I'm voting high. I'm going to just remind you of the points from last season are on screen. Foden got more points than Saka, more points than Son. Only Palmer beat him. I think he's going to be the same price as Palmer. Loads of you think low. I don't know why. I think 10.5. Guys, because they've priced Haaland so high, they need to give us a dilemma there. If they make Foden too cheap, then everyone's just going to own him. And no one will have Haaland. Yeah, you're voting 10. 42% of you do think 10. And look, Sammy's made a good point, as Sammy always does, to be fair. Sammy says, I think 10 because of no pens and the same position. Yeah. And look, he did benefit last year from De Bruyne being injured a lot. De Bruyne's, you've got to assume, going to be fit for the start of the season. So, Jeremy, we've only got 2 teams remaining. 11 should be an option. Well, I've nearly did 11, but I don't think he's going to be more than Palmer. Look at Palmer got 14 more points than him. Others are on pens. Others are on pens. Yeah, can't deny that. Guys, we might be getting a drop at half past. We had a drop at half past for Arsenal. Could we get Man City? Could we get Everton? I don't really care about Everton. I guess I want to see if Branthwaite or Tarkowski is 4.5. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I tell you what, as we're waiting for that, let's just do a little check-in. Oh, did we ever reach? Did we ever get off the did we reach the 150 likes? Don't think we did. No, 127. Yes. Yes. What's KDB going to be? Okay, should we do let's not do how much is KDB going to be. Let's do a poll. This one's a good one. This one's a really good one. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to drop it in. Wait for this. This is a great poll. I don't know the answer to this. I'm probably going to sit on the fence. Do you know, doing what polls is one of my favorite things about being live. I don't know what it is. Just fun getting everyone's opinion. I do these lives to interact with you. Like, these lives will not be me talking to you, telling you how to play FPL. And if you want that, watch my videos. Watch my 10 to 20 minute well-edited videos. If you just want some fun chat and you want to chat FPL and you want to be involved, you want me to bring up your comments, especially obviously channel members like Marco are going to feature way more in the chat off core, you know, because Maliki, because they're channel members, but I will try and involve all of you as much as possible. If you want to be involved more and feel more involved, then of course, being a channel member is a brilliant option. Even at $2.99 a month, there's loads of exclusive content. I make exclusive videos. I release my videos sooner. and I bring you up way more in the chat. And any comment you've ever got at any time for FPL, just comment on one of my videos and I'll always get back to channel members. Guarantee. So there we go. It's way cheaper than a super chat, you know? Come on, Premier League. Drop something. Oh, hang on. Oh, they've given us Everton. Oh, we wanted Man City. We've just got Man City left. We wanted Man City. We want to know how much Phil Foden's going to cost. Will he be 10.5 or 10? Well, instead, I can tell you that Tarkowski is 5. Branthwaite is 5. That is interesting because Pickford's also 5. We thought we might be able to get a cheap route to that Everton backline in terms of 2 centre-backs that pick up really good potential clean sheets because they're a good defence and BPS. Tarkowski and Branthwaite both 5. But the big headline is we're still waiting for Phil Foden. Will we get it? Man City will be dropping, of course, only 5 players like all the other clubs. Will Foden be one of them? I'd be shocked if he isn't. Will Foden come in at Saka's price of 10 million or will he come in at Palmer's price of 10.5? That's the $1 million question. And this could determine whether or not we go for Haaland. Foden's price is key because if he's too cheap, everyone's going to own him and no one's going to own Haaland. Some will still own Haaland. But if he's expensive, let's say he's 10.5, then maybe we go, oh, we definitely want to cover the City attack. Let's just try and find a way to accommodate Haaland because Foden's too expensive. Personally, I think Foden is worth it at 10 or at 10.5. But let's watch this space. Oh, okay. What do we make of that? What do we make? Oh, I really wanted Foden. Damn. Gonna have to wait, aren't we? Do you reckon we're gonna get Man City at 4 o'clock today? Half an hour. Maybe. I wish I could stream till that late, guys, but I don't think I can. I'm losing my voice. Guys, with that, I think I'm going to bow out. So thank you all for being in the chat. Thank you, Maliki and Freddie, for being with us as well. Winning FPL season is going to be tougher. Yeah. Cheaper bet. Yeah. Everton first. Yeah. We might get a fullback for 4.5. Yeah. Pickford is 5. So, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll be back with another live probably tomorrow when the game goes live, if the game goes live tomorrow. And then my first show will be out. My first draft will be out the day after. But yeah, stay tuned for that. If we get any rule changes or anything like that tomorrow, I'm going to jump online straight away and go live. So make sure notifications are set. And guys, to make sure you know when I'm next live, just hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for liking on your way out. Thanks for keeping me engaged for the last hour and 5 minutes in the chat. It's been wicked talking to you, as always. Shout out our mods as well. Offcore and CH are in the house. And for now, just for now, and it won't be for long, I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.